Who done it? Who done it? Who has done it? The quintessential question in the mystery genre. The great works of Agatha Christie, Arthur Conan Doyle, and the film master himself, Alfred Hitchcock, pop in our heads whenever we wonder about cases of murder and works of fiction. But as of late, the question that is the heart and soul of this genre has become entangled in a web of ramifications. What if whodunit was the basis for a larger mystery, a bigger investigation, showcasing the lives of those who did it, those who did not, and the lies in between? What if you can take the central element of your mystery, demystify it, and learn a thing or two about the realities of your time? Knives Out by Rian Johnson is a film that, surprisingly, does this magnificently. With the mystery right at the opening scene of the film, the audience is left to wonder about the 5 W's. Who? Why? When? What? And where? The story centers on the suicide, or murder, of Harlan Thrombey, a mystery novels writer and a self-made millionaire, and his tongue-in-cheek, suspicious family. Swiftly, Johnson, bearing directorial and writing credits on this film, introduces the characters and chief suspects. The victim, Harlan Thrombey, a wealthy mystery novelist. The suspects, Linda Drysdale, Harlan's eldest daughter, Richard Drysdale, Linda's husband, Walter Thrombey, Harlan's youngest son, and the whole extended family is suspicious as well. Now for the detectives. Detective Lieutenant Elliot, a local detective supervising the investigation, and his assistant, Trooper Wagner. And of course, Benoit Blanc, the private detective called upon to investigate Harlan's death. And so on and so on.
And so on and so on.
With a full roundup of suspects, most films would have started looking for clues in motivations. The matter of fact is, everyone is a suspect. Everyone has a motive, and everyone could have done it because they're all at each other's throats. That is precisely the forte of Knives Out. We clearly see the interactions of these characters, these family members, take center stage at the family's mansion throughout the film, since in order to make the audience interested in the killer, one must make them interested in the suspects. These family interactions, familiar to anyone with a family exceeding 5 members, bring a heart, soul, and interest to the story and at the behest of the plot.
Because you're going to see a family that's worse than yours having a dumber argument than you just had, and you'll have a big laugh at it. It'll be fun.
The who in whodunits should feel familiar, engaging. It's not just about the name and the looks of the murderer. It's about who he or she becomes and is in the eyes of the viewer.
As the family unravels, so does the mystery. Everyone has a motive.
In an age of social media feeds and meeting endless people online, discovering the name isn't enough. On the other hand, understanding who's behind the name is something that will hook audiences. The official synopsis of the film states, writer and director Rian Johnson pays tribute to mystery mastermind Agatha Christie in Knives Out. The admiration for Christie is clear, as we see every detail in the film carved out of a Christie novel. Her infamous unorthodox Belgic PI, Hercule Poirot, paralleled in Benoit Blanc. The all-round suspect with motivations and no clue in sight of murder on the Orient Express, paralleled in the Thrombey family. The film goes even a step further by borrowing the fonts of old crime novels to create its title. The tension-filled mood dominating a good part of Knives Out is reminiscent as well of old whodunit films on a similar caliber.
Starring the greatest cast of suspicious characters ever involved in murder.
The murderer is with us now.
At that point, I wasn't scared. I knew I hadn't done anything they could do me for. Besides, it was fun. I got to make like I was notorious.
In a tour de force, the when in Knives Out plays a major role in shaping our understanding of the narrative, as the film, by having the story play out in our times, adds a critical element by allowing us to decipher the many realities and mysteries playing around us in the political struggle and social discordance, with themes unfolding like mysteries, with hidden clues throughout the film, shape the characters and what is to become of them in a never so divided and confused United States. Thankfully, these themes, such as wealth gap, class warfare, and immigration, extend beyond Uncle Sam's land. They offer a glimpse at what we see, think, plot, hate, and love in a never so boiling world. This approach is beaming with what I'd like to call social investigation, as we see many modern international and Hollywood filmmakers use mystery and investigation films as a backdrop to explore themes of social injustice, unholy aggressions, psychological terror, and many others. The prime examples are Madeo and Parasite by Bong Joon-ho, exploring social and economic inequality, Gone Girl by David Fincher, critically satirizing the control mainstream media has over general opinion, and even The Nice Guys by Shane Black, dusting off the glamour covering the dirty laundromat of the porn industry in 70s LA. Yet what gives this film a unique tone is its distinguished mixture of wry and sly humor. A murder mystery that's funny? Well, Knives Out is certainly not the first film to tackle murder and mystery with comedic tones.
What is your name?
I'm Shock, the gardener.
And what is it you do?
I'm the gardener.
And why didn't you say that to me in the first place?
She had friends who were socialists. Oh my God.
But it is certainly one of the few to do it with such effervescent charm, warmth, and perfect comedic timing. To understand how it got to this point, looking at Rian Johnson's filmography is truly essential. From Brick to Looper, Johnson developed a keen eye for subverting audiences' expectations with smart setups and twists that feel earned. Daniel Craig as James Bond, for example? Well, maybe we introduce him as southern-talking, heartwarming, goofy gentleman working as a private investigator, Benoit Blanc.
My presence will be ornamental. You will find me a respectful, quiet, passive observer of the truth.
Chris Evans as Captain America, the wholesome superhero? Well, now he's simply the universal standard of douchebags as Ransom.
Up your ass.
Oh, very nice.
Matter of fact, eat shit. How's that? Eat shit, eat shit, eat shit.
Smug smile.
Definitely eat shit.
Not only do these settings add a strong unexpected flair to the storytelling, but they become associates in the manipulation of the audience as the film keeps oscillating from one supposed revelation to the next. As the film progresses, the Agatha Christie inspired premise of investigations and tribulations stretches into a clear Hitchcockian character-driven suspense thriller.
Proud of that jewelry, but of nothing else. Horrible. Faded, fat, greedy women.
But they're alive, they're human beings.
Are they?
This narrative style flows extremely well when the investigation turns towards the many suspects and becomes more involved in their lives and personalities rather than simply searching for mystery plot devices. By the end of the film, these two aspects merge flawlessly, giving us a gratifyingly explosive third act. Honestly, you'd never know what to expect. Except having a good fun. Knives Out is exactly the kind of films that reminds us why we still love experiencing cinema with friends and families. It's exciting, thrilling, mysterious, funny, and like the major cast assembled, it becomes a collective, engaging experience. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with your friends. I would love to put out more content for you because I truly rejoice doing so. If you have any input, please don't think twice about commenting, and I'll definitely read and reply. If you want to enjoy more content, my previous video is appearing on screen right now. Until the next video, enjoy